Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Eva, and today I have the Beauty Lover's Guide to Cyber Week and Black Friday. I have spent probably cumulative of 6 hours researching and compiling the best of the best beauty deals and organizing them by category so that you know what to shop for yourself or maybe a beauty lover in your life starting honestly today. I don't know about you, but it feels like Black Friday came extra early this year. I feel like most brands started their deals the Friday before Black Friday. So it's been a little bit overwhelming, and I wanted to make Black Friday shopping for beauty products as easy as possible. So not only did I put together this very long video that will be timestamped, but I also built out the most beautiful, extensive Black Friday Beauty Lovers guide through my Shop My. I will have that linked down below. Definitely bookmark that because I pulled the deals that I was able to get info on. There are going to be hundreds more deals coming throughout the rest of Thanksgiving week and until Cyber Monday. So I will continuously update my guide with additional beauty deals. And also if a deal ends, I'll update that or I'll remove it from my guide, etc. So please bookmark that. It will make your life so much easier. And if you do decide to shop any of those deals, the majority of those are affiliate links as well. And that does help support my channel. Let's go ahead and get into the deals. We are going to go by category. That way I can timestamp. So if you're only interested in a certain category, you can timestamp along. Oh, also want to mention, would love if you consider following me on Instagram. There are going to be deals that I will be sharing exclusively on Instagram. I do my best to also share them over here on YouTube, but follow me over there because I have Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals highlighted and shared in my Instagram story highlights. And it also just helps support my channel a lot if you follow me over there. And then of course, subscribe please. I will be looking down quite a bit for this video because my beautiful extensive Shop My guide I have on the Shop My app, and I don't have all these deals memorized. So kicking off with skincare, Bloomeffects is going to be 30% off. It does start on November 24th. Some favorite products of mine from Bloomeffects are their SPFs. I think it's the Tulip Dew SPF, and then I also love their Stick SPF. I'm very intrigued by the new Sarah Palermia. I'm definitely mispronouncing her name. She came out with a milky toner with them that I may pick up during that sale. Isla Beauty is a really beautiful, minimalistic, elevated skincare brand. A lot of their products do have fragrance. As someone who has very sensitive skin, there are very few products with fragrance I can actually use, but I still want to call out this brand because if you have someone in your life who's not sensitive to fragrance, I've heard very good things about this brand, especially their Day Melt and then also their Whipped Dream Skin Barrier Cream, and they are going to be doing 35% off site-wide. That sale is actually live already right now. I want to also mention, I'm not going to be putting all the codes on the screen here because that will take so long for me to do, but in my Shop My guide that I have linked, I have all of the codes written out in that guide. So make sure you check those out there. Youth to the People, a skincare staple, they are doing 30% off. They have a lot of really great sets for the holidays. The Spinach Tea Spinach Vitamin Superfood Cleanser is a very popular product. I have found that it's kind of started to dry my skin out a little bit, so I'm currently on pause from that product, but their body products are actually my favorite from them. They smell incredible. I love, love, love the body lotion, and I'm always tempted to purchase the body wash. I have not done it yet, but I think I'm going to do it this Black Friday. Allies of Skin is an amazing skincare brand I talk about a lot on my channel, and they are doing 30% off, no exclusions. Sometimes their most popular products are excluded from the sale. This year, they are not excluded. My top recommendations from Allies of Skin are the Multi-Peptide Advanced Lifting Serum and the Peptide and Antioxidant Advanced Firming Daily Treatment. That one was out of stock for 6 months. It is finally back in stock. Those are my top 2 recommendations from the brand. I also want to mention if you spend more than $130, you also get 2 free gifts, and they're pretty like substantial size little minis of their products. Substantial size minis, definitely an oxymoron, but you get what I'm saying. A brand that I always forget to talk about on this channel, but one that I'm obsessed with is Experiment. Experiment actually is now at Sephora. This is such a fun brand. They originally got their start with reusable silicone masks. And then this like goo, I know that sounds gross, that you put on your skin underneath that silicone mask and you let it sit for like 10-20 minutes. They have since expanded their line and now they have a really amazing lip balms. I have the original one, but they just came out with a really fun colored set. They also now have their molecular mesh barrier cream and they have a face wash. They are doing 25% off, and if you have a skincare lover in your life, I would highly recommend getting one of their sets, or at the very least getting the reusable silicone mask with their serum, because it's a really fun, innovative skincare product that's not one that the person in your life probably has yet, unless they are super online and very much a skincare junkie. I know I'm talking super fast, but again, I want to save you from a 4-hour video. Paula's Choice is currently doing 20% off everything and then 30% off orders $120 and more. I talk about Paula's Choice so much, but I would say standouts for me from Paula's Choice are of course the 2% BHA, and then I really love their like plumping line that's a little bit newer. I will have those products linked down below in the description so you know what I'm talking about. Dew Skin is 22% off site-wide and 26% off orders $125 or more. Dew is another brand I loved. I talked about them in my recent Sephora favorites, but they're great for anyone with sensitive skin or not sensitive skin too, but it's especially great for people who are very sensitive because it is a fragrance-free product line. They coined the reusable under eye masks so that you can put on an eye cream and then put your under eye masks on top of the eye cream, and they are reusable. So those would be great little stocking stuffers. Skin Fix is 20% off site-wide. They're a great skincare brand for eczema-prone skin, but also anyone with super, super dry skin. Dermalect is 25% off with the code BF25. I've talked about Dermalect before on this channel. They make both nail care and skincare products. My favorite skincare products from them, my top one would be their neck cream. I also really love their nail care products. They have an entire system that is built to like heal your nails. So if you are someone who is recovering from acrylics or gel polish, those products are really amazing at strengthening and really helping your nails recover. On the topic of nails, Olive & June, my favorite nail brand ever, is doing 25% off site-wide. I pretty much am at a point in my life where I exclusively wear Olive & June press-ons. There are other brands that I use as well, but I specifically use the Olive & June press-ons that come with the stickers. I also will buy the press-ons that are the glue ones, but then I will use the Olive & June stickers, which are sold separately. And I have scoured the earth for the best adhesive stickers for fake nails, and they are the Olive & June ones. Nothing compares if you actually apply them properly and you follow the instructions where you buff your nail, you apply the rubbing alcohol, they will last 2 weeks. I am super rough on my nails. Like, I am very rough. I'm always like doing some sort of weird house project or a craft or just being clumsy. And these ones I've had on for, I want to say a week and a half, and I usually can go a full 2 weeks. And I always get compliments when I'm wearing my Olive & June fake nails. That is definitely my favorite brand for those, and I'm very passionate about their nail stickers, which are, again, you can buy those separately, or you can focus on just purchasing the fake nails that come with the stickers. But Sometimes the cuter designs are the ones that are in the round container, and those ones only come with a glue. So I still buy those and then I use the stickers. I will have the stickers I'm specifically referring to linked down below, so if you're interested in getting those stickers, you can check them out. I know I spent a lot of time talking about Olive and June, but I cannot live without their nails. Moving in to fragrance, quite a few of my favorite fragrance brands are having amazing sales for Black Friday. The first one is Boy Smells. They originally were a candle brand, but have since expanded into fragrances. And I love their fragrances. They recently relaunched them and redid the bottles, and for some reason it pissed people off, but I think the bottles are amazing, and the fragrances last much longer in the reformulated version. So their sale they are doing is 50% off select products and then 30% off site-wide. The 50% off selection is so good. They have some of my favorite fragrances. They have Citrush, which was a really fun summer scent. And then they also have Red Hot, which is a scent I love. And then there's also a really pretty gourmand one. I'm forgetting the name, but I will put it on the screen. And those ones are all 50% off, both the full size as well as the travel size. So great gifts if you want to just blind buy someone a perfume, because the full size bottle's on sale for under $50. And then the little travel ones are like $15. Dead Cool is 30% off. Mochi Milk is my favorite fragrance from Dead Cool, but also Extra Milk and Taunt are great ones. They have really great sets on their site right now. I already placed my order and I got the set that comes with the Mochi Milk room spray, the Mochi Milk dryer sheets, and the Mochi Milk detergent. So those are always fun gifts. Noise is a fragrance brand that is kind of new to me this past year and is now in one of my top slots for favorite fragrance brands. They have amazing, amazing fragrances, and their deal is going to be, let's see, 25% off, and then select products are 50% off. One of the fragrances I love by them is called 12 o'clock. Oh, I'm not even going to try to describe the fragrance notes because if you've been here before, you know I'm very bad at it. Also want to mention the bottles are really cool. They're all in this shape, and then they have like a very subtle print on the back of them. So these fragrances are amazing. I will list my favorite ones down below in the description because I have like 4 or 5 of them. That's how much I love them. Sniff is 20% off. I own so many Sniff fragrances. I was like an OG Sniff customer back in the day. So much so that like one of my first Instagram beauty posts was me reviewing one of their fragrances, and then they emailed me and sent me a little like thank you. It was very sweet. Anyways, Sniff is a massive fragrance brand now. They're also in Ulta. And they are doing 20% off. My favorite scent from them is I'm forgetting the name, I'll put it on the screen, but it's the one that is like crumbs and croissants. It's bakery themed. And then I also love their collab with Levon Bakery, their candle that they make with them. I think those would also be really good gifts because who doesn't love the smell of a buttered croissant? 5 Cents Fragrance House is a brand I spoke about in my Sephora recommendations video. Love their fragrances, and they have a really, really good deal going on. So it is 25% off orders $50 or more, 30% off orders $125 or more, and 40% off orders $175 or more. These all have codes. I have them listed in my Shop My Guide. So that's a really good deal if you wanted to buy some gifts for people or yourself and spend more than $175 and get 40% off. That's a good deal. The brand Brown Girl Jane is one of the most underrated fragrance brands out there. I love, love, love their fragrances. They are all very, very gourmand. I have a few of them, but this one in front of me is called Casino. And they smell incredible. They're gourmand, but not overly sweet, and they have really complex scents. They are doing 30% off full sizes. So I might pick up a full size of Casino because it is so, so good. But definitely check out their website and read the different notes and descriptions because they are some of the more unique gourmand scents that are on the market. Saltaire is going to be 20% off. Love Saltaire bath products. Those also are a great gift because who doesn't like receiving like a body oil and a lotion and a body scrub? The new Savant is one of my favorite candle brands of all time. If you remember Ingrid Nielsen from YouTube back in the day, this is her candle brand and the candles are so unique smelling. They're my favorite candles that I own and their sale actually starts on the 25th and you will be getting 25% off site-wide, and then select scents are going to be 40% off. Because they are a small brand, they rarely do sales. They only do a couple a year, so I would definitely take advantage of this Black Friday sale that they have. Let's talk brushes. One of my favorite brush brands, Rephr, is doing a really great sale right now. So Rephr is a brand that you've probably heard about here on YouTube. I have been purchasing Rephr brushes since they hit the market back in the day, and they are made in Japan. So you get the amazing handcrafted Japanese brush quality, but at a fraction of the price. They are ridiculously affordable. And for Black Friday, they have a bunch of sets on sale. I highly recommend picking up the eye set. I purchased that one in sales years ago and I use it all the time. And then any of their full face sets are amazing because again, they're such good quality and they are so affordable. And then they recently launched their Shodu line. They were nice enough to actually send me this launch. I was shooketh. And these are a face brush and then some really soft, beautiful, fluffy eyeshadow brushes. Where is the one? There's one I used on my eyes earlier and now I don't know. Here we go, the Shodo 3. So this set is on sale for Black Friday. You get 3 beautiful tapered eye brushes. They also launched a beautiful new cheek brush. This is the Shodo 5. Admittedly, I have not yet used this because I'm wearing a cream blush today and it just arrived in the mail, but I have heard other creators speak about this on their channel and say it's absolutely amazing. So I'm very excited to use this. And this one is also on sale. Another brush brand that I have been a fan of for years and I use all the time, I would say Rephr and BK Beauty brushes are my most used brushes in my collection for sure. And they are currently doing a sale. Everything is 20 to 30% off site wide. Some of my favorite brushes that I want to shout out, the 106, the 109, and then the bigger version of the 109. It's a big slanted one. I will have it linked down below. And then any of the brushes with Angie Hot and Flashy are my other favorites. There is a kitten paw concealer brush that is absolutely amazing. I think I own 3 of them. Mine are dirty and in the depths of this makeup room somewhere, but that's another one that I highly recommend. I would recommend during this sale to maximize your savings by purchasing sets as opposed to individual ones because you're going to be getting a discount on top of an already discounted set. My beloved RMS is 30% off site-wide. Definitely take advantage of that because my code with them only gets you 20% off. So this is a really great time to save. Favorites from RMS. I mean, where do I even start? I have so many videos on my channel about RMS, but I'd have to say the powder blushes and the powder bronzers are my favorites. And then, I mean, the legendary lipsticks are amazing. I also really love the Living Luminizer cream potted highlighter. That is an OG makeup favorite of mine that just has withstood the test of time and still one that I go back to. So I'd say those are my favorites, but you really can't go wrong. They have so many amazing products in their lineup. Alert the presses because Jones Road Beauty is doing a sale for the first time ever. I love Jones Road Beauty, but it really is frustrating that they never do sales. Like, they never, ever, ever do sales. They are finally doing a sale this year. It is about time. This sale also works in person as well. Like, there is a Jones Road here in Austin. I went and had the most lovely experience there a few months ago. So if you do have one in your city, they are going to be honoring the discount person. Recommendations, I mean, their like pinky bronzer is amazing. I also love the corrector sticks. Those are absolutely incredible. I would say the corrector sticks and then like the pinky bronzer are my top recommendations, but they do have some really cute new holiday sets. I'm eyeing a shimmery version of that like pinky bronzer. They launched it in like a limited edition color. I almost said flavor. A limited edition color for the holidays that I'm very interested in picking up. Had to take a water break. I truly don't know how newscasters do this. I've always been a yapper and I've always loved to yap, but it is so hard to talk for this length of time uninterrupted without getting out of breath. Okay, back to the sales. Valentino Beauty is 40% off at Nordstrom. I posted about the blushes being on sale earlier this week, and I think that was probably my most clicked link ever. Like, you guys went crazy for that deal, and I feel like you guys may have sold out the blushes because they're not on the website anymore. But there are still Valentino Beauty items on the site. The foundation is there in very limited shades. I've heard amazing things about the foundation. I'm yet to try it. Some of their lip products are still there. A lot of it's sold out, but I did still want to mention it. I would recommend still seeing what's available. If you click through the link on my Shop My Guide, it will pre-filter to the sale Valentino items for you. Kosas is doing 25% off. YSL is doing 30% off for beauty members. At the point of time where I'm posting this video, maybe it's open to the public now, but it's free to create an account, so just create one. It's free. Just enter your email address and you'll get 30% off. Ilia is doing 20% off site-wide and then 25% off for VIPs. I believe a VIP is someone who has given them their email address, so if you sign up for their free account or free membership program, you can get 25% off. Makeup by Mario is doing 25% off with code VIP 2025. If you were unable to pick up what you wanted during the Sephora sale, because a lot of times Makeup by Mario sells out, this is a great time to pick up items. Chantecaille is 30% off with the code CYBER30. Chantecaille is like absurdly expensive, but they make beautiful, beautiful products. And those would be like great products to give someone as a gift. I particularly love their like animal print blushes. They're extremely luxurious. The imprint's very pretty and they're very, very beautiful on the skin. Pat McGrath. I know everyone loves to hate on Pat McGrath now because the brand like went from being super, super luxurious to now being sold at like CVS's and TJ Maxx's, but you know, I still love Pat McGrath. I just wait until Black Friday to do my Pat McGrath purchases because they always do a killer deal. So right now it is 30% off orders $50 or more, 35% off orders $150 or more, and then 40% off orders $250 or more. KJH brand, which if you don't know, it's Katie Jane Hughes's brand. She is like the best, most informative makeup artist online. She shares the best makeup tips and her brand is 20% off starting on November 24th. My favorite product from her brand is the Smudge Stick. I own every single shade. It is a blurring cheek and lip product that is super, super blurring, very blendable, and it's one of a handful of multi-use products where the way the product looks on the lips is good enough that I would buy it standalone as just a lip product. She also recently came out with some sculpt sticks that can be used to sculpt the lips as well as to contour, and I think I'm going to be picking one of those up during the sale. Sarah Criel Beauty is doing 20% off. And then they are also doing daily deal drops each day. So definitely check those out because it looks like some of those deals are going to be pretty good. I think there's going to be a deal on her concealer this coming week, and I love, love, love that Flex concealer. Kulfi is 20% off. Swede Beauty is a Swedish brand that I love. I'm pretty sure I've talked about it on this channel before, but if not, I love them. And they are 20% off, and they are going to be doing 50% off select lashes. And this deal starts on the 24th of November. Standout products for me are their blushes. They are like a bouncy blush, so those cream to powder blushes, and then their foundation is absolutely beautiful. Finding Ferdinand is 20% off site-wide. If you're not familiar, Finding Ferdinand makes a black lip balm that went pretty viral a couple of years ago. It looks black, but then when you put it on, it's like a beautiful berry color. My favorite products from this brand are their cream blushes because they have such unique shades, and then their lip glosses are really great as well. A brand that I don't think I ever talk about on this channel, but it is one of my favorite makeup brands ever because the quality of the product is amazing, but the packaging, it's the most beautiful packaging of any makeup ever, ever, ever. And that brand is Flower Nose. It is an Asian beauty brand who makes the cutest makeup collections. I recently picked up their teddy bear collection. Like, yes, I'm 35, but I love, love, love cute things. Like, look at this palette, you guys. This is from the Sweetie Bear collection, and this is the mint chocolate palette. You get this little house, and then the palette, I mean, come on. Not only is the packaging adorable, but the quality of the products is really, really, really good. And they are going to be doing, or they are currently doing, up to 50% off select sets. These make the cutest gifts. I also have to mention, when I did place my order somewhat recently, or like it was in September, so it was after tariffs were in effect, I was not charged a tariff upon delivery. So I don't know if maybe they're just prepaying them or what, but I did want to mention that. Don't hold me to it. Do your own research, but I want to mention that I was not charged any tariffs. They also may have a US, maybe they have like a US location where they're shipping from. But yeah, Flower Nose, absolutely adorable brand. I also am obsessed with their cream blushes from their Little Angel collection. I'll be talking about this later when I talk about my favorite Amazon deals, but Flower Nose, check them out. Westman Atelier is doing 20% off, and that starts on the 25th of November. I mean, not that exciting because that was the same as the Sephora sale, but maybe if you missed out on something, be a good time. Victoria Beckham Beauty is doing 25% off. Thank you, Victoria Beckham. Early access for V-Suite members starts on the 24th, and that V-Suite is their like version of a free loyalty program. So early access for that starts on the 24th. I'm sure it'll launch to everyone in the coming days, but just to be safe, just like create an account if you're going to shop. Make sure you're getting the very best deal. NARS is 25% off site-wide and 30% off orders $150 or more with code CYBER. Glossier is doing a nice little sale, 25% off, and then 30% off orders $150 or more. Recent favorites of mine from Glossier are like their new cream to powder blushes. I really like those. And then just in general, they have such cute little gift sets. If you have like a teen or preteen in your life and you want to give them some cute beauty gifts, check out the Glossier sets. Moira Beauty. I love the brand Moira Beauty. I have talked about them on my channel, and they make such amazing, affordable products. They are doing up to 75% off site-wide. So in my Shop My Guide, I have the link that takes you to that selection, and a lot of their chrome shadows are on there. I love, love, love their chrome shadows. They have their cream blushes, which are a very good dupe for the Tower 28 cream blushes, and a lot of other really great products at ridiculously low prices. So if you've been curious about Moira Beauty, this is like a really, really good time to shop because you can try a bunch of their products at really, really steep discounts. Speaking of affordable, ColourPop. I know people love to hate on ColourPop now, but I love ColourPop still. They are doing 30% off site-wide, and then select palettes, I believe, are $8. I recently ordered the Shrek eyeshadow palette, which I know sounds really weird, but it is so pretty. Has a lot of really pretty greens in it. But yeah, ColourPop 30% off. REM Beauty is going to be 30% off. I love select products from REM Beauty. Some of them I've tried are not so good, but some of them are amazing. The Lip Drip lip oil glosses are amazing. The cream blushes are incredible. I would say those are my two favorites. Oh, and then my third favorite, the cream eyeshadows. I love the cream eyeshadows. Keep in mind, I did want to call out, those products that I just mentioned will often go on sale for Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. So I would maybe hold off if you want to get an additional, 20% off, because Ulta 21 Days of Beauty is 50% off. But the most exciting thing about this sale is the new Wicked for Good collection is included in it. My sister got me some of that collection for my birthday this past month, and it is so good. Let me just quickly show you. She got me the Aussian Forest palette. I'm actually wearing that palette today, and these shades are stunning, and the mattes blend beautifully. The shimmers are so sparkly and shimmery. And then she also got me one of the powder blush palettes. Let me grab that. There are two versions. There is a light version and then a dark, deeper version. This is like the lighter version. This is Cherry Blossom. Oh, how could I forget? I love the REM Beauty powder blushes. Like the single ones, I own all of them. That's how much I love them. But these sorts of products, like these aren't going to be available in Ulta 21 Days of Beauty because they're limited edition. So if you've been interested in the Wicked collection or you have a Wicked lover in your life, check out that deal. Merit Beauty is going to be 20% off starting November 25th. They do tend to have really good customizable sets on the Merit site, and those are normally included during these types of sales. I am like 90% certain, so that's something to take advantage of. Lancome is 30% off. Tarte is 30% off with code CYBERSEASON. I feel like on Cyber Monday, they're going to go ham. I feel like Tarte has such good deals on their website year round. And if I recall, Cyber Monday, they usually will do something where it's like a bunch of products will be on sale for $10. So I would just like maybe bookmark that one to come back to on Cyber Monday if you've been eyeing anything from Tarte. Rare Beauty is going to be 20% off starting November 27th. And that is exciting because there were products I wanted from Rare Beauty during the Sephora sale that were either sold out or were just not available at Sephora and were exclusive to the Rare Beauty website, like this new lip kit that has an exclusive shade of the lip gloss that I love and the lip liner. So those will be included in the sale. The next portion of the video is going to be talking about deals from indie makeup brands. I love indie makeup. I would actually say around like 50% of what I purchase is from indie makeup brands. They just don't always make it onto my channel because I have such limited time and I'm still focusing on trying to grow my audience base. And so I really have to focus on like what I think is going to appeal to the most people. That's just unfortunately how the algorithm works, but I do consume and use so much indie makeup. If you actually would like me to do a video dedicated to maybe like my favorite indie makeup palettes that I've tried this year, let me know, and if there's interest, I will definitely prioritize that. The first brand I want to talk about is Blend Bunny Cosmetics. They make such amazing eyeshadow palettes that have very unique color stories. Something I really like about their palettes is even though they may look like a little scary when you see all the colors together, they are very wearable still, and they have a good mixture typically of mattes and shimmers. They are 35% off site-wide with code Black Friday. I would say my favorite palettes from them are the All Done Up palette. That one's actually on sale right now for $30, and I think that's before the discount. And then I also really love the plastic palette. It doesn't look like the most exciting in the pan. It looks like an old Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, but I have gotten so much use out of this palette. It's very wearable, but still has fun pops of color if you want to, like, I don't know, do something a little bit different. I typically just stick with like the left side of that palette. But yeah, Blend Bunny 35% off. Gourmand Girls is 40% off with the code GG Rebrand. Apparently they are rebranding their entire website and their entire like logo, etc. So everything is 40% off. Now the palette from Gourmand Girls that I have and I love is called the Mocha Moment palette. It is a really, really fun wearable color story. I also have heard very good things about the Frozen Kiss palette and then the Peach Perfect palette. So since they're doing 40% off, I think I may have to support a small business and pick those up. Terra Moon Cosmetics makes some of my favorite single shadows out there. They are so sparkly, so beautiful, so unique, and I actually love collecting single shadows because I like building my own palettes. And they are doing buy one get one single shadows with code BFBOGOTM. Again, codes will be in my Shop My Guide. And then 25% off specialty shadows with code Stellar25. Glaminatrix is an Australian brand that makes such amazing palettes. I think I own all but maybe 2 of their palettes. That's how much I love that brand. And they are doing 30% off starting on the 24th of November. Now, I don't know what their tariff situation is. So some of these indie brands like Terra Moons and Glaminatrix are brands from abroad, but I don't know if maybe they have warehouses locally. So just like do your research on the website before checking out to make sure you understand the tariff situation. What's Up Beauty is 30% off site-wide. There are so many products from What's Up Beauty that I love. They make the coolest eyeshadow palettes. I keep saying cool eyeshadow palettes, but these indie brands, they just do it like no one else. I love their eyeshadow palettes. I also love their highlighters. They also have really beautiful highlighters. These came out a couple years ago and I have 2 of them and I love them. And then they also make really beautiful handcrafted Japanese makeup brushes that are crafted in Japan. They are very, very, very high quality. Those are 30% off as well. And then the whole site is an additional 30% off. So if there's an item on sale, it's 30% off on top of that. They also came out with these baked blushes last year that have such good reviews, and I'm very interested in maybe picking a couple of those up. Singe Beauty is a brand by Angie. I'm not even trying to say her last name. It's Swedish. Here on YouTube, I love her channel. She mainly focuses on indie beauty, and she launched her own brand. First, she started off with makeup brushes. I do have the eye brush set and it's amazing. And then she launched blushes. These powder blushes are incredible. And then eyeshadow palettes as well. She has a new palette called the Hoot palette that I really want, and I'm going to pick that up. It is going to be 25% off site-wide with code Black Friday 2025, and that one starts on November 28th. So it's actually a Black Friday sale. Nomad Cosmetics, they make really beautiful eyeshadow palettes. That's actually what they do. They are an eyeshadow palette brand, and all their eyeshadow palettes are themed to a specific location, which is really, really fun. They came out with like a Pacific Northwest one recently, and then a like North Pole one. They are going to be doing 30% off palettes, but that's only going to be on December 1st. Bella Beauty Bar is another brand who has eyeshadow palettes that I love. They are doing 30% off. I have their Green Goddess palette, and then I also have their Basic Witch palette. The Basic Witch palette color story is like a little bit out there, but I love it. It's so fun, and the shimmers are amazing. The last indie sale I wanted to call out, I mean, there's so many more, but I'll keep adding them to my guide, is from the brand Unearthly Cosmetics, and they are doing 40% off with code BLK Friday 2025, and there are some exclusions. So like their newest collection is excluded, but every single palette I've tried from Unearthly Cosmetics is amazing. I'm gonna go to their site now and just pull up so I can call out some of my favorites. Oh, I love the Spring Magic palette, the Sorceress Smoke palette, the Fall Magic palette, the Dreamer Volume 1 palette, and then the Just a Taste palette. I own a lot of their palettes. And yeah, the color stories are really fun and unique. And don't be too scared by like indie shadows and color stories. You don't have to use the whole palette in one look. You can just like dip in and out. I typically will use just like a nude in my crease, and then I will use shimmers from an indie palette like this. Ulta is doing a really extensive Black Friday sale, and like this video would be 500 hours long if I included all the deals. So I really want to shout out one deal that is absolutely amazing and one that I think you cannot miss, and it is for the Shark Flex styler. I did mention this in my Sephora sale video, but it is a crazy deal right now at Ulta. It is 43% off. I purchased this last year during the Sephora savings event, and since then I have not used my Dyson Airwrap once. I think I'm going to sell the Dyson Airwrap, but also part of me is like, do I keep it in case, God forbid, something ever happens to this Shark Beauty device? I don't know. It's a dilemma, but I never use my Dyson Airwrap anymore because I think the Shark Flex styler, the curls, when I use the barrel, last longer. It also folds into a hairdryer as well. So when I'm traveling, it's nice because I don't have to bring like a high quality hairdryer in addition to like my Dyson Airwrap. It's just all in one. And again, that is 43% off. Now we're going to touch on some retailers that are having really good sales. So Urban Outfitters is 30% off beauty, and they carry a lot of really great brands. Some indie brands as well. Flower Nose is carried there. They also carry some fun fragrance brands, also just like really cute beauty accessories and beauty makeup bags. And then Anthropologie is doing 30% off as well. And Anthropologie is like the hidden gem for amazing beauty products during the sale season because they carry Fleur, they carry Henry Rose, they carry a lot of luxury perfume brands that I love. And then in general, they have a lot of the popular makeup and skincare products. So I would definitely, before you place an order on a D2C website for like fragrance, go to Ulta first and just make sure that it's not at Ulta, because you don't want to spend you don't want to get 20% off on the Fleur website only to find out that Anthropologie was 30% off. Sephora is actually doing like a good deal this year. I feel like in years past, they just put the stuff that no one wants on sale and they market it as a Black Friday sale. This year they are doing daily deal drops that already started. I'm not going to go over all of them, but I am going to go over like the ones that I think are the most exciting. Keep in mind, some of these deals are going to be like the same as the brand's website, but you have to think about shipping. A lot of brands don't offer, free shipping on orders under a certain dollar amount. So if you only want a couple of things, I would maybe prioritize getting them from Sephora because you'll get that free shipping. So Lancome, for example, it's 30% off on their website. It's also going to be 30% off on the Sephora app on November 25th. Important to note, these are app exclusives. You have to have the app downloaded in order to shop these deals. On the 27th, it is 30% off Fresh Beauty. I personally don't use Fresh skincare really anymore because the rose kind of irritates my skin, but I do like the soy cleanser and it's such a favorite product of people. That's a really good gift to pick up for someone. Except I do, however, love their lip products. I love their lip treatments, and they recently launched lip oils that are absolutely beautiful. So I recommend the lip products or the face cleanser if you want to get a good gift for someone. So those will be 30% off on November 27th. Paula's Choice is going to be 30% off on the 28th of November. I keep wanting to say September. Drunk Elephant is going to be 30% off. That is a really, really good deal. So it's going to be 30% off on November 28th. And then Fenty Beauty is going to be 30% off on the Sephora app on the 28th. It does specify that it's makeup only. So her like fragrance, her skincare line, her like body care stuff will not be included, but all of the color cosmetics and makeup will be included. Makeup Forever is going to be 30% off on the Sephora app on the 30th of November. Makeup Forever typically does like a 35 to 40% off sale on their website, but I don't know what the shipping minimum is. So it may make sense for you to just order some of those items during this Sephora sale. And then the last one I wanted to shout out is Too Faced. It is going to be 30% off on the Sephora app on December 2nd. I don't know what Too Faced's Black Friday sale is going to be. I imagine it's probably going to be like a 30% off, so be good to check that one out at Sephora. There are some amazing deals at Amazon right now that I wanted to share. First are some from Laura Mercier. Two of my favorite products from Laura Mercier are 50% off right now. The first is the bronzer. This is one of my favorite bronzers for fair skin. It may look a little crazy in the pan because of that pink, but when you swirl it together, it just makes the most natural looking, barely there bronze. I am wearing it today. I'll insert a clip of me applying it so you can see just how beautifully it applies. And it is 50% off. You do not want to miss this one. Also from Laura Mercier, also what I'm wearing on my face today. This is the Baked Balance and Glow Illuminating Foundation in the shade Fair. And this is like the easiest like 2-second complexion product. I like to apply it with my BK Beauty 106 brush, and it provides a very light, subtle, beautiful tinted coverage on the skin. I'm also wearing it today. These two together are just so good. And this one again is also 50% off. Another great deal I wanted to call out is on one of my favorite products from Flower Nose. So Flower Nose is sold by Flower Nose on Amazon, and these are the Little Angel Collection cream blushes. I mean, the imprint is just absolutely incredible. Look at that cute little angel. And it is the cream blush I am wearing today. It applies so beautifully. The packaging is just incredible. And it is currently on sale for, let's see, so it's 29% off, but then there's a coupon as well that you just have to manually click redeem on the product listing for an additional 15% off. So that is a great deal. Two products from Fui that I absolutely love are on sale. The first are the pudding pots. These are their little bouncy blush pudding pots. I own, I think, almost every single color. These are 18% off. These are so fun. These are also would make really great stocking stuffers and fun gifts. And then the Fui lip glosses are beautiful, and they're so cool because they also come in different percentage opacities. So you can get like the 70% gloss, I think like the 100%. You can basically pick how opaque you want the gloss to be. I really love the Dirty Cola shade. These are 24% off. And then my favorite sheet masks ever, the only sheet masks that I really actively use anymore, are from Biodance, and these are 30% off. These are ones that you leave on for 3 to 4 hours or overnight, and the mask turns clear once your skin has absorbed all of the serum. These are fragrance-free. They're amazing for sensitive skin. They come in different size sets, so this would be a great product to buy and then like break apart if you're making like little gift bags for friends. Another skincare product that I love that is 48% off on Amazon right now is the VT Cosmetics Riedel Shot Serum. This is a really interesting serum that basically is like a microdermabrasion serum. It has these like little, it sounds scary, but like little pokey things in the serum that like gently poke holes in your skin and allow skincare products to seep through. I know that sounds really scary, but I really like this product. I use the 100 version, which is like the lightest version, and I only use it like 1 to 2 times a week. But after I use it, my skin is so smooth. Another skincare, sorry, we're kind of jumping around between skincare and makeup. Product that I swear by is the Stacked Skincare Dermaplaning Tool. It is currently 25% off, and it is my most used skincare tool. I use it every single week. It not only dermaplanes it not only removes, aka shaves, all of the baby hairs from your face, but it also exfoliates that top layer of your skin. I have tried cheaper dermaplaning tools, cheaper facial razors, and none of them work the way the Stacked Skincare one does. I've had dermaplaning done professionally before, and this is the closest version that you can get at home. Because of the way the blade is created, it is also exfoliating that top layer of your skin safely. It is an investment. Even when it's 25% off, it is $56, but it is a tool that you have and you keep, and then you swap out and replace the blades. So absolutely love that one. Urban Decay is doing a crazy good deal on Amazon. They're doing 40% off their eyeliners. I am wearing the eyeliner in the shade 0 today. I've used it so much that I can't tell if this is a mini one or if I've just used it so much that it's now this small, but this is one of my favorite eyeliners for the waterline. They also have really pretty shimmery shades as well. So those are 40% off. And then there are a couple more blushes that I want to talk about. From Sashu Beauty, they're the ones that make that really popular like peel off lip liner stain. They have a really beautiful liquid blush I've spoken about before on this channel. You don't have to like peel anything off, but it is a liquid blush that is super blendable and super duper long lasting. Those are 25% off. And then from Tarte, we have 40% off the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Blush. These are their super dewy, juicy, like it explains in the name, cream blushes. I love these, but these are not for the faint of heart because they are very dewy. So if you do not like a dewy blush look, you will not like these. If you like dewy, healthy looking skin, these are great, and 40% off is a really good deal. From BK Beauty, the concealer brush from Angie Hot and Flashy is 31% off. I did mention earlier that BK Beauty is doing 20 to 30% off site-wide, but I don't know what their shipping minimum is. So if you're just looking for this one brush, you may be better off getting it from Amazon. And this is just like an amazing concealer brush. The way it's angled, it allows you to really kind of get in to the under eye area properly and blend out your concealer seamlessly. AOA Skin makes like my go-to beauty blender or beauty sponge. These are the Paw Paw Beauty Blenders, and these are 40% off. These are so soft, and I purchase these all the time, every sale, because you really should be getting rid of these little beauty sponges pretty frequently because they trap so much bacteria. And so for that price point, I don't feel guilty or bad about getting rid of them every couple of weeks. The last deal from Amazon I want to talk about is from the brand Astera, and this is their Ato Barrier 365 cream. It is currently 20% off on Amazon. They do sell this at Sephora, but maybe you missed out and didn't pick it up during the Sephora sale. But this is such a beautiful hydrating cream. This is one like I go to if my skin's really irritated because maybe I've tried a new skincare product or I've just been like, I don't know, doing too much to my skin. This is one that just like calms my skin barrier and like really brings my skin back to normal. That brings us to the end of this video. I hope this guide and this journey was helpful for you. If it was, I would love if you consider shopping through my affiliate links down below in the description. And then also don't forget to bookmark and shop through my Black Friday guide. I will continuously update it as the deals change. Also, follow me on Instagram and subscribe here on YouTube. Let me know in the comments below, like what deals are you excited about shopping? Also, let me know, is there like a crazy good deal that I forgot to mention that I need to know about?